Well, hello again. Today we're going to be reading more about Pip Porcupine. And the first story we have is How Pip Tried to Be Famous. There we have Pip. And do you know what number he's holding? Looks like he's holding up, that's right, it's a number 3. How wonderful to be famous, Pip said to himself. If you are famous, everyone knows you. If you are famous, everyone loves you. How can I be famous, he asked to himself. I know. I will discover unknown lands. For that, I must be a sailor like Columbus. And you can see Pip there thinking how fine he would look if he was dressed up like Christopher Columbus. And it looks like we have a sailing ship there that he would sail on to discover new lands. But where can I get a ship? Pip thought and had an idea. In the woods, he found some fallen trees and dragged them to the bank of the pond. He broke off all the branches. He braided rope from grass. He tied the trunks together with the rope and made a raft. Then he pushed his ship into the water. And we can see we've got Pip working hard to move those fallen limbs and fallen tree trunks. And he's putting his raft together there before pushing it into the water. Oh, I almost forgot the most important thing. He took a stick and stuck it in the ground. He tied a piece of bark to it and wrote on the bark, "From this place, the great sailor Pip began his voyage." He climbed onto the raft and he got ready to sail. Well, there we go. You can see that sign that he made, and he's just now getting on his raft to start his great journey of discovery. At that moment, a family of beavers came to the bank. "Where are you going, Pip?" asked the Papa Beaver. "To discover unknown lands," said Pip. "But this is the pond," said the Mama Beaver. "So what?" said Pip. "From a pond, you can't get anywhere," said the beavers in a chorus. "Why, isn't this water?" asked Pip. "Yes, it is," said the beavers. "And water, you see, always comes from somewhere and goes to somewhere different," said Pip. "So this water must go somewhere different too." "But the water stays in a pond," said the Papa Beaver. "That can't be," said Pip. "Goodbye. I will discover new lands. I am like Columbus." He waved and sailed off on the raft. There we go. We've got Pip standing there on his raft, and he's talking with a family of beavers. Do you think Pip's going to go on a grand adventure and discover strange new lands? Only one way to find out. "I will sail along the bank," he decided. "When I see unknown mountains or deserts, then I will stop." Pip sailed along the bank for an hour, but on the shore, he saw the woods that he knew. He sailed for 2 hours. The same woods were on the bank. He sailed for 3 hours. There were no mountains and no deserts. He sailed a little more and saw a stick standing on the bank. A piece of bark was tied to the stick. Pip sailed closer and read. Do you think you might know what's written on that piece of bark? How can this be? Pip thought. He stood by the stick and suddenly heard, "Welcome to the unknown land, Columbus." Pip looked and saw the beaver family. They laughed so hard at him, and they all fell to the ground. And there we can see that same piece of bark that Pip put up on a tree branch and wrote on himself, and there's the family of beavers just laughing at him. "There is nothing to laugh about," said Pip. I just sailed on the wrong direction. Next time I will find a new land. I will sail the opposite way. Do you think if Pip sails in the opposite direction, he's going to find new land? I don't think so either. Now we're going to learn, or hear, I should say, about how Pip went after the sun. And it looks like he's running away from, do you know what number that is? Yep, it's number 4. It will soon be winter, thought Pip. It will get cold. I have to do something to warm up my hole in the winter. What can I do? I know, he cried. Every evening the sun sets behind the woods. I will go to the place where it sets and break off a piece of the sun. I will put this piece in my hole. Then it will always be warm there. What a good idea I have. What a fine fellow I am. And there we have Pip all cold and thinking about how nice it would be to have a nice warm hole to stay in during the winter. That evening he climbed a tree to see exactly where the sun sets. Very good, he said to himself. The sun sets behind a big oak on the edge of the woods. The next day Pip went to the big oak. He waited. Evening came. The sun started to set, and Pip saw that the sun did not set behind the oak. It set far away on the edge of the field. And see, there we have. Pip has climbed that big oak tree, but the sun is setting far, far away. Pip went to the edge of the field, but the sun wasn't there either. It set further behind the mountain. I will go behind the mountain. There I will find it, thought Pip. Sitting on a rock, and he's looking there at the mountain, and the sun's still setting very far away. He walked along the road and met 3 little foxes. They were brothers. Where are you going, Pip? Asked the brothers. I won't tell you, or you will go there too, and there won't be enough for me, said Pip. We won't go, said the foxes. We're going the other way to visit our aunt. Well, all right, I will tell you. I'm going after the sun, said Pip. After the sun, said the foxes. Yes, I want to go to the place where the sun sets and break off a piece of the sun. It will warm my hole all winter. Pip said proudly. But there is no such place, the foxes said. The sun doesn't set anywhere. It's the earth that turns, and it only seems that the sun sets. Oh, no, no, it can't be, Pip said. I will find this place, and you will see that I am right. And he ran and ran and ran down the road toward the place where the sun sets. And here we see Pip having his conversation with the 3 little fox brothers. And here we see Pip chasing after the sun. But you know, the little foxes were right. It's the earth that turns. And Pip's just going to keep on running because he's always watching the sunset over what's called the horizon. Well, that's it for Pip Stories. And tomorrow we'll start something new.